Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Ever wondered how big companies manage their massive real estate portfolios, or how you, as an investor, can get a piece of that action? Well, today we've got some exciting news from the world of real estate investment trusts that you won't want to miss. We're diving deep into Centurion Corporation's confirmed plans to list a brand new accommodation REIT boasting an incredible portfolio value of 1.8 billion Singapore dollars. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel. Your support truly makes a difference, enabling us to produce more stock and fundamental analysis content. But first, a quick disclaimer. Please note that the content presented in this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute investment advice. We strongly recommend that you seek proper guidance from a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. That's right, 1.8 billion Singapore dollars. This isn't just a small-time play, it's a significant move by a major player in the accommodation sector. Centurion Corporation has officially confirmed its intention to list an accommodation-focused REIT, which is essentially a company that owns and manages income-generating properties and then distributes most of its earnings to shareholders. This listing signals a huge step for Centurion and opens up a new avenue for investors looking to tap into the resilient accommodation market. So, what exactly is this new REIT called, and what's its special focus? It's going to be known as the Centurion Accommodation REIT, and its primary focus is quite unique. It's all about Purpose-Built Worker Accommodation and Purpose-Built Student Accommodation. Think large-scale, well-managed dormitories for workers and modern, convenient housing for students. This niche focus sets it apart in the market. Now let's talk about what makes up that whopping 1.8 billion Singapore dollar portfolio. At its initial listing, the Centurion Accommodation REIT will comprise 14 valuable assets. These include 5 purpose-built worker accommodation facilities right here in Singapore. These are well-known properties like Westlight Toh Guan, Westlight Woodlands, and Westlight UB, providing essential housing for our workforce. 8 purpose-built student accommodation properties located across the United Kingdom. The UK is a global hub for education, and these properties cater to the growing international student population. And 1 purpose-built student accommodation asset in Australia, specifically Dwell East End, Adelaide. And get this, the portfolio isn't stopping there. Upon the completion of another student accommodation property in Sydney, Australia, estimated to be operational in 2026, the portfolio will expand to 15 assets with a value of 2.1 billion Singapore dollars. Combined, this represents a massive capacity with over 21,000 beds for workers and nearly 3,000 beds for students as of their last count. So, why is Centurion Corporation deciding to list a REIT now? It's a smart strategic move with several key benefits. Firstly, it helps them strengthen their balance sheet and provides additional financial flexibility for future growth. By turning their property assets into a publicly traded REIT, they can unlock significant value. We're even seeing reports of fair value gains on their investment properties, which could significantly boost their profits. Secondly, this move allows Centurion to partially spin off its accommodation business while still retaining a substantial stake. They plan to hold around 45% of the REIT initially, and even intend to distribute some of these REIT units to their existing shareholders down the line. It's a way to crystallize value and allow investors to directly invest in their specialized accommodation segment. For those of you wondering where you can find this new REIT, it's slated for listing on the Singapore Exchange's main board. As for the exact listing date and the initial offer price, those details aren't public just yet. The listing is still subject to key approvals from the Monetary Authority of Singapore and the SGX. The final offer price will likely be determined through a book building process, which is essentially how investment banks gather interest from institutional investors to set the share price. Naturally, when news of a big listing like this breaks, the market pays attention. Centurion Corporation's shares actually saw a significant spike after the listing application was announced, which tells us there's a positive sentiment surrounding the strategic move by the parent company. In the broader context, while the IPO market in Southeast Asia has seen some cautious sentiment, there's a clear appetite for larger, more mature listings. Investors are increasingly drawn to resilient asset classes like accommodation, especially with property prices soaring and interest rates potentially moderating. While we don't have specific analyst reports on the REIT's IPO valuation just yet, the overall outlook seems optimistic. Now, let's put Centurion Accommodation REIT into perspective. How does it stack up against other hospitality and accommodation REITs already listed in Singapore? We have Capital and Ascot Trust, which is a giant in the hospitality space with a diverse global portfolio of service residences, hotels, and student accommodation valued at around 7.6 billion Singapore dollars. Then there's CDL Hospitality Trust, which primarily invests in hotels across various countries with assets under management of about 3.3 billion Singapore dollars. And Far East Hospitality Trust, which focuses on hotels and service residences primarily here in Singapore, with a portfolio value of about 2.52 billion Singapore dollars. What makes Centurion Accommodation REIT stand out is its sharply defined focus on purpose-built worker and student accommodation. While others might have some exposure to these sectors, Centurion's REIT is dedicated to them. This provides investors with a very specific exposure to these unique, often resilient segments of the accommodation market. So, to quickly summarize the key takeaways from this exciting development, a new major player, Centurion Accommodation REIT, is set to be a significant listing on the SGX, starting with a substantial 1.8 billion Singapore dollar portfolio. Unique focus. It offers a specialized investment in purpose-built worker and student accommodation, a niche with strong underlying demand. Strategic growth. This is a strategic move by Centurion Corporation to unlock value, strengthen its financials, and position itself for future growth. A fresh opportunity for investors, it represents a new and distinct opportunity to diversify their portfolios into a specialized income-generating real estate class. It's definitely a development to watch closely as it moves closer to its official listing. We'll be keeping an eye on it and bringing you more updates as they happen. What are your thoughts on Centurion's move? Are you excited about this new REIT? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more financial insights, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.